The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
It's time for a crunch or two. It's time for a little something something. It's time for the Snack Authority. The Snack Authority. The authority on snacks. Snacks of all kinds. From the most common and wildly famous to the most obscure and unknown. The Snack Authority. Snacking all the time so you don't have to.
Hello, and welcome back to the Snack Authority, broadcasting live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. The Snack Authority is a weekly podcast where we dig into the history, taste, and flavor of local snacks, national favorites, and bizarre or international treats alone or in head-to-head battles. I am Jess, and with me is my panel of experts. Welcome back, Pat.
Thank you.
Hi, Mikey.
Wow.
Hola, Ed.
I like when Pat's here.
Me too.
It's fun.
He's
fun.
awesome.
Try to have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
So, today's going to be a very interesting episode. Ed, why don't you tell us what we're eating?
Well, this is somebody else we came across at the Sweets and Snacks Expo. It's a company called Ritter.
Yep.
And they make a line of chocolate bars called Ritter Sport. We'll get into the whys of that before we're done with the show. This particular product, and I'll put the close-up cam on.
Ready?
These ones are special in that each of the variations uses beans from a single source.
So this one is the 55% cacao. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
55% cacao from Ghana. So they actually show you a bean on the front, a cocoa bean.
Fun.
I thought that was super
And
fun.
they are known for bright packaging, too.
Oh, they're gorgeous. So this one is 61% cacao from Nicaragua. And that's a different bean. It's cool they put the beans on it. You have the best stuff, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
And then the intense 74% is from Peru. And it's got kind of a reddish little cocoa bean on the front.
Nice.
Super cute. Can't even stand it.
And, we were talking strategy before the show. As you get to higher percentages, the chocolate gets more of a bitterness to it.
Right.
So we're starting at the low end with 55% smooth from Ghana.
And it does say smooth on it.
It does say smooth. So while you work on that, Jess, I'm going to talk a little bit about Ritter.
I'd love to know about them.
Well,
Mr. Ritter.
It's a brand of chocolate from a family-owned company, Alfred Ritter, which is headquartered in Waldenburg, Germany.
Look at you with pronunciation.
Each 100 gram, which is 3.5 ounce, square-shaped bar is divided into 16 smaller segments, creating a 4x4 pattern. In 2013, the company introduced a new version divided into 9 sections. So they've got a couple different sizes, but this is the one they're known for.
It's a good size. I mean, it's weighty. It's thick.
And this company is pretty well established. It was created in 1912.
Gee whiz.
And by 1926, the company had 80 employees and bought their first lorry or truck to transport the chocolate. The chocolate brand known today as Ritter Sport Chocolat was launched in 1932 after the wife, Clara, suggested creating a chocolate bar that would fit into every sport jacket pocket.
That's so smart.
Without breaking, but would weigh the same as a normal bar.
This is heavy for a normal weight bar.
Well, it may have been different back in the day,
Yeah.
And, it was Europe. Maybe it's different there. The Second World War, of course, halted the production.
A lot of things got halted.
Oh, you can see a color difference already.
Oh, yeah.
Halted the production, and Ritter chocolates disappeared until the 1950s, when chocolate rationing was ended in West Germany.
Okay.
The end of chocolate rationing did not mark the end of troubles for the firm, because in 1952, the company's founder, Albert Ritter, died. His son, Alfred, took over, and I think it's now the third generation that's running Ritter chocolate.
Alfred.
Yeah, I don't have the name on the third.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Arturo.
Arthur.
So that's where Ritter comes from. They're not, incredibly well known in the U.S. I did a lot of traveling to Germany in the 80s, and I would see this everywhere I went.
Really? It's
Yeah.
that? It's like their Hershey bar?
It's big in Germany
Okay.
now. I will say that these products are available in the U.S. Their website has a good product locator. Near my house, it was available over at the Kmart in
Oh, wow, that's close.
Billerica, and also Stop and Shop. So people can go to the website to find the product.
And that's Ritter, RITTER
Yep.
sport.com. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Are we going to try the 5-5?
Yes, we're trying the
5-5.
smooth 5-5 from Ghana.
Yeah, for dark chocolate bar, it's a lot smoother than I would have expected. If you get a higher percentage of cocoa, it gets powdery almost.
This is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Because normally semi-sweet chocolate is at least 35% cacao. So this is solidly in a semi-sweet, but it doesn't have the typical bitterness I would expect from a semi-sweet. Obviously, it's not milk chocolate.
No. But I prefer dark myself anyways.
Because milk can have as little as 10%.
That's kind of sad.
No.
This 55% is beautiful. I put it on my tongue and I let it melt.
And
Very smooth.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think with this, I could see having a couple squares of it and being satisfied with that just because it's got so much flavor.
And the flavor coats your mouth and palate and stuff.
Pat, you love dark chocolate.
Yes, it is. This is good.
Yeah?
55% is excellent. I'm waiting to get to the
Yeah, I want to see the
74.
74. I like the dark stuff too.
eyes will start spinning.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting too, right? Because it's not all the same sourced beans. They're
Yeah.
from different countries. So besides just the percentage changing, the
Flavors and-
origins changing.
And I wonder if they do that because certain beans are stronger, so they use them in a lesser percentage,
I
and a
don't
weaker
know.
bean they use in a higher one.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's a huge color difference between them.
Same
I mean,
thing.
the 55% almost is slightly shinier. It's
Cocoa
a
is
medium
darker
brown.
too, anyway, so the higher percentage of cocoa, the darker it's going to probably be, I'd imagine.
I have to say, the color of this chocolate is beautiful. It doesn't have that filmy cast over it. It's just,
Chocolate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's
yeah.
been used confectioner's glaze or shellac, as they call it.
And each square is imprinted with
Ritter
Ritter
Sport.
Sport.
I think they're very cute at least.
I'm going on to the
They're
61.
tasty. You ready for 61, Ed?
I am, and wow, it's different.
It's still smooth though.
And to me, it's not tasting quite as bitter
No.
as the 55. So that's probably the difference in the beans.
That's a
I get much
Nicaraguan
more
bean.
bitterness.
Do you?
Really, I'm not getting hit on the sides of the tongue as hard as on the
No.
other one.
Very different
That
flavor.
tells me is Ghana's got bitter beans.
I thought Ghana was a little bit sweeter, obviously less, but it had a milk chocolate quality the way that it's melting on your tongue. I did chew the Ghana, the 55%, after a few minutes, so I'm going to try that with this, but it's much drier for me. What about you?
It's a little bit drier. A little more intense. A little bit more intense.
Get more earthy note out of the Nicaraguan one.
Yeah, it's put it this way. It's a little bit more flatter with that taste with chocolate,
Yeah.
but it's more intense flavor overall.
I think I'm covered in it. How did I do this?
It was me. You didn't see me.
Yeah, this one is called 61% fine. Now, the 74% is actually called intense.
I can't wait.
And
Right,
that
I'm
one's
going.
from Peru.
All right,
I'm doing it.
I'm going in.
I like dark chocolate, so I'm going to go.
I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared.
It's surprisingly smooth for such a high percentage of cocoa.
Tastes like bananas.
Yeah.
I see what you mean,
I
yeah.
can see that, yeah.
All right.
It's
Like
banana
those
note.
banana chews. What were they called? Banana splits, the little chewy taffies.
You know, love you, taffy.
This one's got a very fruity banana kind of feel to it. Still smooth, but gee whiz, that back kick of dark chocolate. I think
Yeah.
I just grew some chest hair.
Yeah,
You sort of get that on the back end.
Yeah, as it settles,
Yeah.
it just coats your middle, tip, and sides of your tongue. Hits every place.
It's like having a banana sundae at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that one for sure is kind of reserved for somebody that likes really dark chocolate.
I've had stuff that's a little more potent, though.
Oh yeah.
Like Lind makes chocolate bars. You know, the difference I noticed is that the Linds, they tend to be almost like a powdery texture. This doesn't have that.
I think it's a little too intense for Jess. So
I can feel my eyeballs bugging out of my head. This is zippy.
She's gonna
It's
pull her
good.
shirt up over her head and going,
Yeah.
Ah! It's very banana-y, but they're very Ritter makes a good chocolate because that stayed smooth even with the strength
Yep.
it had.
And I found a commercial that I chose not to run since all of them were in German, and
sound angry.
Oh, we didn't know if they were saying any bad words.
they might have been saying bad stuff.
Okay.
So, what I'll do is I'll go to the news while Jess recovers from the intensity.
Thank you for giving me my time.
You need time to yourself, girl.
Just a hot second.
All right. So here's something interesting. Dollar General and Walmart got some exclusive summer Skittles.
Summer Skittles.
Summer
Yeah, these are summer things just exclusive to
Sand and
these
sunblock.
stores. Well, let's see what we got here. Available exclusively at Walmart stores are the shareable size and lay-down bags of Skittles Imposters. Now, do we know this lingo, lay-down bags?
I don't know what that is.
No.
I know Sheer says it's the big one.
All right, so the lay-down bags are the ones that you would lay on the shelf for display,
Okay.
right? You
Yep.
know, like
Yeah.
you see M&Ms can come in a lay-down bag.
Right.
Then there are stand-up bags. Those are more like the pouches that
Yeah, the
sit
Ziplocs.
on the shelf. So the lay-down are just the big bags of Skittles that are laid down on shelves
Too
for
heavy
display.
to stand up.
Yeah, and
The
usually
packaging's not really designed
it's
for it
just
either.
a bag. The stand-ups usually have a little bit of structure to them
Mm-hmm.
in a pouch form.
Gotcha.
But each bag is filled with an assortment. These ones are called Skittles Imposters. Alter Ego Orange, Cryptic Citrus, Sneaky Strawberry, Undercover Apple, and Raspberry Ruse.
Do they do change all the colors so you don't know what the hell you're biting into?
I really don't know.
Ed, may I just ask you a quick question?
Mm.
When you spell raspberry, does it have a Z or an
No.
SP?
And yeah, raspberry.
Thank you very much.
Well, this answers
Giant
your
rat.
question, maybe, Mike. According to the company, the flavors and colors of the candy don't necessarily match.
Oh, that's sneaky.
I mean, they could, but they don't
Oh,
necessarily.
look at raspberry.
match.
That's apple. Ah!
And that could be a little disconcerting, because sometimes even if something doesn't taste bad, if it's not what you're expecting, the one that gets me every time are bagels that I think are going to be blueberry and they're chocolate chip.
Oh,
And it's just like you want to spit it out when it doesn't match what you were
Exactly.
expecting. So those ones could be a little disconcerting.
I
It's
just
like,
literally dumped them in.
It's like Bean Doozled for Skittles. You know the difference? You can bite into skunk spray.
Yeah, but Jess, you should learn from like Jelly Belly experience. If you just dump them in and you get
Oh,
a
yeah.
buttered popcorn or something, disturbing.
I gently pick out which Jelly Bellies I want,
Yeah.
but I shovel Skittles.
Yeah.
Or she
Skittles
tells
and
me,
M&M mixture.
She says, "Hey, Mikey, I can't find this one." I'll go back. I found a fistful. Here you go.
I'll give my Skittles away.
Dollar General's got 2 exclusive Skittles items, Freeze Pop Variety. And that's an
Whoa.
assortment of flavors typically found in Freeze Pops, which is a big summer item. Blue raspberry, lemon, grape, orange, and strawberry.
Does it come in pickle juice?
No. And those are only available in single packs.
Gotcha.
What, pickle juice?
No. The retailers also featuring Skittles Sour Wild Berry.
Okay.
Assortment of sour strawberry, sour berry punch, sour wild cherry, sour melon berry, and sour raspberry. And those are offered in lay-down bags.
Lay down bags.
Lay down, Sally. That's a reference to a song.
That was a
Jess.
very good one. Thank you.
All right, now here's another thing that we've been kind of following in the snack world is this CBD stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ben & Jerry's plans to make CBD infused ice cream once it's legal nationwide.
CBD isn't legal nationwide.
Yeah, that's why they're waiting until it is.
No, it is, isn't it? I didn't think there was any states where it was illegal.
I don't. There may be states that for now. Here it is. For now, an FDA regulation prevents CBD from being added to food and beverages.
So I know as a tincture for under the tongue, it's legal in all 50 states, from what I've been told.
Huh? Maybe they're lying to you.
Food additive could be different, though.
February.
There is a public hearing scheduled for May 31st to discuss the full legalization of CBD in the food category. And Ben & Jerry's has submitted comments for that meeting. We're doing this for our fans, CEO Matthew McCarthy said in a statement. We've listened and brought them everything from non-dairy indulgences to on-the-go portions. We aspire to love our fans more than they love us. Wow. Isn't that pretty?
It's thoughtful.
That's the kind of stalkery.
Between flavors like half-baked and magic brownies and the company's tendency to speak out on social and political issues, it would be more surprising if they didn't join in this conversation.
I would agree.
So that's what Ben & Jerry's is up to.
Let's admit it, they look like hippies.
Yeah, I mean, one of them left the company quite some time ago, I think.
I'm going to level with you. I left my hair natural curly, and I'm pretty sure I have so much chocolate in it, I could make myself a bar.
Jess,
So-
I'm going to level with you. When you bit into the intense, your hair curled a little more.
I believe it. So, let's
Yeah.
not.
Start
Judge.
seeing Edwin Starr in your mind.
I will definitely say that, you know, this may not be everyone's cup of tea, but this is very high quality chocolate.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's a really good chocolate. I mean, the shape of it, I think, lends itself to just being melted on your tongue. You can pop it in. It's not an uncomfortable size piece of chocolate, but it's definitely a melter.
You know, that 55%, if you're a milk chocolate person,
It's not too intense.
it's not too intense, and it may be an interesting way for a milk chocolate person to start to try some
Graduate.
of the
Yeah.
graduate. Because Pat, you're all about the dark chocolate,
Well,
right?
Yes. Not all about the dark. I'll have
No?
milk, but
What did you think of the intense? Is
The
that
intense-
too intense?
I think it's a little bit too intense. I think if you cut it down to like maybe 67%.
That's approximately.
Yeah, I would think so. That's a little bit too intense because it takes away, you really don't get that much chocolate out of it.
Is that your last place?
Yeah, that's my last place.
Although it had nice fruitiness to it.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, the banana you start out with the banana, which kind of shocked me right away.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, the banana.
And I found that with both the 61 and 74, it took a little while for the bitterness to kick
kick in.
in.
Yeah.
With the 55, it seemed like you got what bitterness there was almost right
Right
away,
away, and
and
that
it
was it.
stayed consistent.
55 is a lot more sweeter.
I didn't find that bitter at all.
No, I said what bitterness there was.
Yeah, it's very light on the side
Second
of the tongue.
It doesn't build in
This was second place?
intensity.
Yeah, second. First.
You got to tell me.
I'll tell you. I won't keep it a secret.
Please don't keep it a secret, especially since you're on a microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, no whispering. No whispering on
No
the
whispering.
podcast.
No covering the microphone.
So, what's your last place?
My last place would be. Got to go with the 55.
Last place is
Wow.
55.
Yep. First place would be 61.
So 74 hit directly in the middle.
Yep. Because of that banana. That banana, I like that banana at the beginning.
Banana.
It just does have a little bit more of a bite when it settles.
Yeah, when it's settled, there's a bite, but you
not
get
bad.
that banana within it, which is shocking. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect the
because of the Peruvian
fruitiness
bean.
on
Right.
such a dark chocolate. It was.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little different from Pat. I'm actually going to go 74, 61, 55.
74,
But I do like that
61.
banana.
55.
It's unique. I haven't experienced that in the
74 is your favorite?
Mm.
Whoa.
What about you, Ed? 'Cause I've had mine written down for quite a while.
Well, I got to be honest. I'm more of a milk chocolate guy. So as you might expect, I go 55, 61, and then 74. Although I enjoyed the 61 and 74 quite a bit. You know, they're all very different.
Yeah.
Did you say 55, 61, 74?
Yeah.
I think every single one of us had this different.
Which, in
Literally.
the end, that's great for the product. You know, I think they've got something for
Good
everybody.
variety, yeah.
I said 55, 74, 61.
Huh.
Well, two of us picked 55 first, so I'm going to say that's our winner.
Yeah, but
But there's no loser.
no, and I think, as I said, I enjoyed them all, so I think they'll appeal to different people depending on their palate.
Yeah.
Well done, Ritter Sport.
And your mood.
And
It's
your
up to
mood.
you're in.
When Pat's feeling particularly bitter, he'll reach for that 74.
I'll reach for that 74 in a minute. Man, I feel bitter.
But now you're getting a little bananas.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys ever have an idea for a snack we should dig into or an idea of what we should pair against each other, let us know. Please contact us at thesnackauthority@gmail.com. Let your snack eating friends know about us, share us, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star rating. For Ed, Mikey, Pat, Missing Dave, and myself, have a wonderful week, guys. See you next time.
See ya.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.